Building a competitive Heroclix team can be expensive, but not hard. With online tools, a topping team is just a few clicks away.
Starting with a full brick of our choice and a budget of $60 a week, me and my co-host Jordan will build a team entirely on sealed product.
No trading, no buying singles, just opening product and making the best team we can with the goal of topping a regional event. This is Heroclix Out the Pack.
All right, we're here with the next week's opening. I have more House of X. I'm hoping to actually open something this week.
I have some Captain America and the Avengers, some left over the War Realms for the brick, and then I wanted to pick up this Fast Forces for a while because this Black Panther is 50 points, and it's the only thing that's I can reasonably get this 50 points to use with my legacy card Captain America that I pulled in like episode 1.
Yeah.
So just
I still don't know what I'm doing for my Pauper deck, my Pauper game. House of X, I believe, is the one with a bunch of team cards, so hopefully I can find a Pauper team card and get a little bit of extra value out of that.
All right. So in this thingy we get Enchantress, Widow, Loki, Thor, and the Executioner. It's not Scourge. Yeah. They're all pretty meh pieces. I just wanted the 50-point Avengers Black Panther. He's
Does he have Outwit?
Fairly decent.
Or am I thinking of something else?
There's red starting line. He starts with Outwit.
Yeah. He goes like Outwit, then Blades, then Outwit.
Yeah. So that's the only reason we got that, but it's a very good piece for me. All right, we'll go into this.
Oh, that's the Infinite Loki's Loki.
I have all these. Yeah. All right.
I mean, that duplicate on that Loki is not bad.
You're up.
All right. House of X. I need super rares, a rare, and an uncommon. Please. Oh, we got a Juggernaut, a Wolverine, Forge, Shard, and Psylocke. I don't have this Forge. I have the other Forge from this set. This Juggernaut's interesting. He's got a sick-ass base. What the hell?
Is it?
It's a super rare, one that I do not need.
Oh, that's cool.
He's Brotherhood of Mutants, not X-Men, so.
Doesn't have the X-Men team. America. All right, we got a Ghost, a Quake, a Skeen, a Roz, Solomon, and a Nick Fury.
You want to try that one more time?
Nope.
Okay. Left?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. And I see the other Forge. The other Forge, another Wolverine. That's a sick-ass Chamber figure. Tessa's cool. I think I have a Tessa. And Dr. Celia Reyes. Nothing that I'm really looking for right here. I want the woman on the box art. I want the one and only Cape Pride.
Next box. Repeat supers. We got Thor, Nebula, Mary Jane, Bubble Wrap, and Thor.
Who's in the Bubble Wrap? Is that two of the same Thor, or is it? What'd you get? Oh my god! How?
That's funny.
All right, I get that one off of you because I need
it. Oh god, that's bad and funny at the
crazy.
same time.
That's from the same brick.
No, this is the other brick that I got. All right. No, that sucks.
You said repeat supers. You cursed it with a repeat chase.
That's funny. All right. Well, double Widow.
Yeah, you can double Widow. Not bad. All right, we got
Bubbles. That's
Storm. Emma Frost, Dr. Reyes, Psylocke, and Wolverine. I just need certain guys. Give me the guys.
All right, we got Captain. Ooh, I got a Prime.
Oh my goodness.
It is a rare Prime for Azuri. Don't know who that is. Nick Fury, Zeke Stain, Trick Shot, and Urnman. We got Urnman.
All right, my last one. I want an uncommon rogue. That's all I want. I need an uncommon rogue that I haven't gotten yet. Give me the uncommon rogue! It's not an uncommon rogue.
No.
It's an Iceman, a Hepzibah I have, a Psylocke I have, a Trinary I have, and a Forge I have. Or a Sunspot I have. All right.
The Iceman's cool.
The Iceman is cool.
Alrighty. Last pack for Jordan. What we got? We got a Sharon Carter, Urnman, Alexander Lurkin, Melter, and Industrial Spy.
I'm probably going to use a decent amount of these just because this week is for Pauper, so we only got commons and uncommons. But none of these are the ones that I'm looking for. I can't believe I'm looking for like 6 figures out of this thing and haven't opened a single one out of 8 packs. It's a little frustrating, I'm not going to lie. This Emma Frost is Uncommon Cocoon Revival at 80 points, or 90 points. That might just be worth it for Pauper. If my team can't die, it doesn't matter if they're bad. They'll kill your bad guys, and mine will live.
I mean, it's true. This is the one thing we actually cared about. Yeah. This is funny.
That is very funny.
Doesn't really help me any. This doesn't help me. And this is just Wakandan. So I don't really have much help, but that was cool. And we'll throw it up to David to introduce our teams. Right now, go David. Thank you, Jordan, for that lovely transition. These are our 300-point Pauper teams, because today's Pauper, because this jackwagon decided to...
You suggested.
No, he said you did.
No, I did not. Well, anyway.
He said you built the Pauper team.
I built the Pauper team, and then you suggested we build Pauper, and then I realized I couldn't play the Pauper team, so I was excited, and then I was sad. This is your fault.
No, it was not my fault. All right. So, we're going with the Avengers. Crazy that I'm doing that. I don't know why I'm building the... I always play the Avengers. But we're actually going to play some really cool pieces that I haven't played a lot of before. So, we just got the Blade, the Miles. We just started... We played those a little bit in last week's episode. Separately because of the swap out, and they're 60 points, so they're the good interchangeable pieces. So today we get to field them both. So starters, we have Miles and Widow that give the entire team an ability. Widow's gives stealth to everybody. Miles gives super sense to everybody. So I'll have a rollout. That's great. Scarlet Witch is a 3-person taxi, so she can help carry the Avengers around into a good position. She also has probability control. It's pretty good to pre-roll. Widow's got her outwit. This Daredevil, we're playing him at 25 points, so he has probability control, and Miles has outwit too, so we have a lot of utility there. For main hitter pieces, Blade. This Blade doesn't die. It's very, very hard to kill.
I have no idea how I'm gonna deal with it.
When your opponent rolls a 6, he gets a rally die. He has steal energy on that ability. It's not going away. And whenever he's KO'd, you remove a rally die, and if you do, you turn him to Clix 6. Then he has steal energy, so we'll hit. Very dumb. And then Richard Ryder, Nova, is our second attacker. He's got a full speed charge, which is really good, as he has a speed of 10 on his top dial, and he's got running shot on that top ability too. He is Guardians of the Galaxy, so his combat values can't be modified by your opponents. And because we have Spider-Man, Wildcard, everybody can be that. But he's also a cop. And because he's a cop, it means that we can make our opponents' defense values -1 if they're within range and line of fire. So we can also just make everybody police officers and then just drop defense. And that's really cool.
I was T for torn between two teams. I wanted to play with my newfound pulls from this week. I didn't pull any of the shit that I wanted, but I got this Forge who can make an adjacent character gain +1 attack or +1 damage. I got this Forge who can perplex by +2 if the character shares 2 keywords with them. It can only be attacked, but that's fine. And this Tessa who can up all of your stats by +1, but you take a damage at the end of the turn. So I can give +2 attack from here and +1 from that, so +3 attack, and then +2 damage from these. So all I needed was an attacker. So I found this Cyclops. He doesn't have range combat expert, which would be perfect because then he'd be +3 to both of them, but he can see through hindering, so I can ignore his stealth bullshit, and he has penetrating psychic blast, so I ignore defense, I ignore reducers as well, so that's very, very nice. So this team over here is make Cyclops one-shot anybody, because I'm also actually just fielding Dazzler on this team to give these two guys the shield team ability, so they can move next to him and then make him range 9 with 2 targets, penetrating psychic blast, 14 attack, and 5 damage.
I don't like that all your good X-Men shit is uncommons.
So they'll just kill some people. Also, Professor X, the swap out guy, is an uncommon. So I got to play the second team that I wanted to play as well. This team is more of a tanky team. Sebastian Shaw is a Krakoan revival piece, which is also very funny, that he's an uncommon Krakoan revival piece. Whenever he takes 2 or more damage, he clicks to click 11. And then you note which one he left, and then whenever he would take damage, instead, he goes back to whichever one you noted to. So he's really hard to kill. He's also Krakoan revival, so now my entire team is really hard to kill. We're also running Elixir to heal him, so that when you do click him back, he heals back up to full, which seems like bullshit. Moira can give this Iceman his rally die, and his rally die is when he makes an attack and hits, you remove the rally die, and you give everyone he hits an action token. He has 3 triple target incapacitate. So I will triple target your guys, incapacitate you, then remove the rally die, and give you 3 more action tokens. So I just turn 3 of your guys off every turn. So that's funny. And then Zorn was just a cool piece that I wanted to field. Zorn has plasticity, he has traded knockback, but his knockback knocks you towards him. So I can like mess with team stuff. So that's funny because knockback is not like a keyword that you can outwit. So he always has that. You can't turn that off. And The funniest part about him is that he has energy shield deflections, and opposing characters within 4 squares have to treat like he's next to them for breakaway rolls. This Forge is split between both teams because he can still modify the attack or damage of anybody he's next to. Anybody can take that buff, it doesn't really matter. Marvel Girl is on both teams because she is a sidestep piece that can carry people. She's flying, sidestep, 2 targets, she gets mind control a little later down. She has telekinesis traded, and when she gets a rally die, she can telekinesis as free. So that's nice. She's just a little bit of utility movement for the team, which is what these 2 guys are. So they are shared between the 2 teams because I can only swap 5 guys. Otherwise, I think I would swap all 7, and that would be very funny for me, but I cannot. I can only swap 5 guys. Also, this means that I have 5 guys on my sideline. Technically, these 5 start on my sideline, which means that I have 3 spots left open. I have 3 Sentinels sitting at home that I will be also running on my sideline, which I think is very funny that the Sentinels will be riding into battle with the X-Men. So we'll see how that works. We'll get to see how these teams do in the games right now.
So this was my Pauper team. For the Pauper week, I had 2 versions of the X-Men team, and we decided to go with the Cyclops one-shot everything in sight team. This was the only time I played this team, but I think this team was better. This team was very fun. I really like this team. So the first 3 guys here all have sidestep. So we sidestep Cyclops, sidestep Forge, sidestep Marvel Girl. Just get them out, allow our guys to kind of move around a little bit more, get some pieces moving. Marvel Girl has flying, so she can carry Dazzler. We move Cyclops up onto the hindering here so that with his energy shield deflections, if they want to range attack him, he goes up to a 20 defense, which is pretty nice. Move the rest of the guys around just to position for next turn. He's playing celebrities, so he's got the 3 Spooktacular, this Darcy, and then 2 WWE guys. The WWE guys give me a lot of problems because I can't range attack them, and that's kind of what this team is doing. So when I make a range attack against the shape change guys, they just shape change off into one of the WWE guys, so I can't attack. Right now, we're supercharging Cyclops. Our Forge perplexes by +2 attack. The White Forge pluses up his damage. Tessa in the back, kind of cut off screen, pluses up all of his stats by +1, but he takes 1 damage at the end of the turn. And then Marvel Girl will carry up Dazzler right next to him. Dazzler has given Marvel Girl and Forge the shield team ability, so he has a 10 range and +3 attack and +3 damage, so we annihilate Darcy. Very funny. Then Cyclops takes 1 damage at the end of the turn. He carries things up with his vision and runs the Tommy into our Cyclops. He still has the +1 defense from Tessa's boost, so he doesn't get the hit, but he hypersonics back away a little bit. I move Tessa over there. I'm kind of double tokened up on a lot of my attackers, so I'm trying to force him to attack my guys that have higher defense. So we perplex up Cyclops' defense and move Tessa over into that corner to make it hard for him to charge into me. She has combat reflexes, so she goes up to a 19 defense. He also just kind of moves up, takes a turn off, and I position to start laser beaming again. We have Cyclops target the 2 guys. They each have their shape change Spooktacular. Tommy misses his, and then Scarlet Witch rolls hers and also misses, so both are fair game for the attack. We roll a 9, got plenty of attack, got plenty of damage. He probs me, but we still hit. We're hitting that every day. We deal 4 damage to Scarlet Witch and get Mystic back. This Mystic hurts a lot. Move Tessa up to force the engage on the melees. He barely managed to get the hit, and so I probs it, and he hits anyways. Does 3 damage to her, not ideal. Then follows up with Vision. I have a shape change here, which I miss, and then he gets to make the attack. He needs a 6, which is not super hard, but he gets a 5 and then probs it and then crits. I have to probs that because I'm relying on a super senses here to keep me alive. He rolls the 6, which is exactly what he needs to hit, and I super senses and I miss. At this point, I'm getting a little annoyed on my D6 rolls because I've also missed all of my leadership rolls, which both Cyclops and Professor X have. We do make an attack with Tessa onto Tommy. Miss, then probs, then hit. He misses his super senses. I've outwitted the shape change, but we take a Mystic's damage back. Very annoying. Remove Marvel Girl's rally die to TK Cyclops forward, make an attack. He misses his shape change. I make an attack. He probs it. I miss the attack. We sidestep Cyclops out of range of the melee guys, and we move Forge over to the other melee guy with his sidestep, start making attacks. We miss, we probs, we attack, we hit, we deal for 2 damage, which is nice because now I can shoot the WWE guy with range attacks. They only are immune on their top click. Make an attack with Dazzler, trying to remove some of the range so that the Scarlet Witch can't attack me, which it does now. We miss with our Dazzler. He attacks, he misses, he rerolls, he misses. The Scarlet Witch probability control here is really annoying for me because I don't have any probability control on my team, and he does. He runs up, attacks the Professor X. We need the outwit with the Professor X, so we do the X-Men team ability and hurt ourselves back. We outwit the Tommy. We move Forge over into the corner so he can double plex up the Dazzler's attack, so we only need a 4 to hit. He misses his super senses, or shape change. We get a 5, so we do hit. He misses his super senses now. We deal 2 damage, we get Mystic back. The Tommy's on a stop click here, so we're trying to kill him off with Professor X. That's why we healed him up. We do manage to get the hit with Professor X's 1 damage, and that is the kill that we take for the game, unfortunately. She attacks my Dazzler, kills Dazzler, moves his guys into range. I'm shooting his Scarlet Witch. Shape change misses. I hit the attack, but he probs it, and then I miss the attack. I hit the attack again, but he gets a super senses. Very annoying. Yeah, that was the first super senses that he hit all game, so admittedly, while I'm whining about my d6s, his weren't super fun. He starts making attacks on my backline. This team is not very defensive once they get into melee with me, but time is called. He's got more guys than I am, so he's got the game.
This is Pauper, week 7, my game against the Spy Theme team. Spy Theme team is really funny because he has a piece on there that gives him 6 theme probs instead of 3, which is annoying. He's got a Diana Prince that makes action tokens, or makes bystander pieces, whatever, like my Captain Marvel. So he brings up his team into the middle. He's utilizing the stealth because all of his things have stealth, but I also have the Widow, so all my stuff has Widow. And then we TK this Nova up, who has a full speed charge if he has no action tokens, and I charge into this piece, and we hit it for 8. He fails the super senses, and I kill it, and it turns out that it was a Skrull spy this whole time on my team, and he didn't even know. He goes for Blade. Rolls a crit miss, has to re-roll it. We make him re-roll it, and then he misses. He's trying to take out Blade before Blade gets a rally dice because he knows how annoying this Blade piece can be, and I don't want that to happen. So we're praying that he rolls a 6, but Blade's kind of hard to hit. He goes for the Skrull spy and then one-shots it. Whatever, it takes the hit off of the Nova. We TK up Widow and use it to outwit the Skrull thing's toughness, and then we go into him with Blade, and then we go into him with Widow as well. Try and take this piece down. It is one of the higher points on his team, so figure we take out this piece first and concentrate all on that, just to deal with it faster. He's trying to pot shot off of Widow and Blade. 2 of his pieces have improved targeting stealth, or improved targeting hindering, so they miss. We get our first rally die on Blade, which is really cool. And then he's got his multiple man and another character over trying to attack Nova and take out Nova. We hit his multiple man, and that causes multiple man to split into a second one. Which is good for us, it's more points. He's split his force at this point into 5 guys on Nova, and we've got the thing on Blade, Miles, and Black Widow, and we kind of just leave Daredevil and Scarlet Witch in the back. They don't really need much. I move them up later just to get their probs, but with the super senses from Miles for all the Avengers and the stealth, we get pretty lucky. We kill his thing finally, and he goes to try to go on to Miles. Miles shoots back. We move Black Widow. We're trying to take out the piece that is dressed like Thanos. I don't remember his name. He's the main range guy who has the improved targeting, so we want him off, so he's got to base us at this point. So we're doing what we can to get him up. We bring Wanda and Daredevil up just to get the probs into the area. Daredevil's also a good in-cap piece. He's got Flurry, so he can hit twice, and with the outwit from Miles and from Widow, we can do a little bit there. He brings his guys in, and we use Miles to hit one of his spies. We KO the spy, and it was also a Skrull on our team. This is the most Skrulls that I've used in a game, which is cool. Gives us extra pieces. He finally kills Nova, which we're sad about, and then he barriers around his guy to make it so Blade can't charge him and kill him, which we're not the happiest about. And then we have Miles hit him, and we move the Skrull out and then move Blade in to try to kill him. We prob it with the Scarlet Witch, and we kill him. And it turns out he was also a Skrull. That's why he was so hard to kill. He was on our team. We've got Daredevil trying to take out the multiple men here. We get to re-roll the attack rolls a couple times, and he does have Flurry, but we don't get much off on them. At this point, I'm out of Skrull spies, so we can't really bring anybody back. He gets to heal on a Steel Energy from multiple man. We're still trying to take out his pieces. He goes into the Skrull spy and kills my Skrull spies. They die pretty easily, but they're good, decent pieces just to have those extra points. You never know when you're going to need them. We try to attack the multiple man. We do 2 damage, and he makes another multiple man. And we have our Flurry with the probs, and we kill the original. We still have the 2 copies, and Witch kills one of them. And we move Blade around, take out one of his higher point pieces. I know that we're getting a little bit lower on the clock here, and we're trying to just make sure that we can safely win with points. He's gotten the points off of Nova and 2 of the spies, and we just don't want him to get much more and eliminate as many of the other pieces that we have. We kill the final multiple man, and we go into one of his other spies, and at this point time is called, and we take it by points. Hey guys, so we wanted to go over our pool since we're at the halfway point. So we just opened our week 7 pools and wanted to go over the higher rarity / cool pieces that we have just to see where we're at and see like what we can do, and maybe you guys can point out something that we're missing. Yeah. Because I mean, I'm hard on eyes on Avengers. Just
yeah.
Like you're hard
yeah.
eyes
Same
on
on
the
X-Men. Yeah. That's all I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've got my Mystics as my backup team, and my entire Mystics team is actually in here, which is helpful. Yeah, my entire 300-point Mystics team is in here. It's this guy, these 2, that guy, and someone else, I think. Agnes right here. So that's very funny. Decent amount of my X-Men team is actually not on here because a lot of those pieces are uncommons. The Professor X is uncommon. I mean, the Mimic is here. Their uncommons are rares. There's the other pieces.
I'm a little annoyed that your fucking swap out is an uncommon, and I had to try to pull swap out Cap.
Yeah, I pulled your swap out Cap too.
Yeah, I have 2 of it.
Yeah, I have one of it. Yeah, it was just a cool little showcase. Jordan has opened a lot more packs than I have just because of the absolute cheapness of Avengers Defenders War, which he was digging through for a while. Like he opened,
they're all garbage.
Yeah, he opened like 3 bricks of that. While I was going through 1 brick, and he was also opening stuff else on top of that. Yeah. So yeah,
I have so many Captain Americas.
Yeah, you have a shit ton of Captain Americas. You also have a million chases. You have so many more chases than me. I can't even blame just Avengers Defenders War. Like, it is actually crazy how many chases you have.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Legacy card and Prime.
Yeah, 9 chases. I have 2, and they're both from Rise and Fall. One was from my original brick, and then this one was from like last week, right, or like 2 weeks ago, something like that, right? I have opened, however, in place of props of chases, a million primes, which is annoying because from minute 1 I was fielding 1, so I can't do anything with these for my team because there's only allowed 1 prime on a team.
I've also opened so many dupes. I got 2 Black Widow. Now this makes me very upset because they're chases, so the fact that I have 2 of them, very annoying. Double Valkyrie on same week with the card.
Yeah.
That was
very funny.
Very funny. And then we got double Captain America. If I had the ability to pull like the Peggy Carter Ultra Chase or some of the other pieces that make double swap out a good thing, I could do it. But I don't have those things.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to do some, I don't know. But like judging by just the other number of Captain Americas I have, right? I have Hydra Captain America, but I don't have any Hydra pieces other than Madam Hydra, so I can't really do anything with that one. I've got the 2 swap out caps, I've got Old Man Cap, I've got Legacy Card Cap. I really like a lot of the stuff that I have. I mean, it's all for the most part fitting under my theme. I think off theme I have like this chase, and this chase is the only off theme I have. And like this Thor was a house, and I got to play with him, and he was fun. Yeah. I can probably field a good Venom team. The supers I haven't really got to field much of them. I did field Infinity Iron Man or Infinity Thanos. He was fun. I haven't gotten to do Qui yet. Ghost Rider not having the Avengers was upsetting.
Very funny.
I do have a lot of Asgardians, and I did pull the Mary Jane, but I just don't have a real reason to do it. I think my favorite piece that I've pulled so far is still that Miss Minutes.
Yeah.
She's just very good. The Spider-Man are great. This one is amazing.
I think it's crazy. Yeah, a lot of my figures are, because I'm basically only in X-Men sets, just like you're basically only in Avengers sets. Even though a lot of these figures are X-Men, right? Like at least half of these guys have the X-Men tag, right? Just of my entire collection here. I'm not running a whole lot of them, just because they don't really fit into what my team is trying to do right now with like the swap out stuff. Like this North at 150 points is a gamer. He'll kill everything, right? But I can't run him. I can't afford him at 150 points. I've got 155 points tied up in just the Mimic and the Exodus, right? So I can't field a whole lot of these guys, just because there's so many points. And then there's the stuff like the Shi'ar guys with this Cape Gladiator. This figure's crazy. Waldo's crazy on Starjammers, right? But I'm not fielding Starjammers. I'm not fielding Shi'ar, right? Like, I've got a bunch of really cool pieces. I will say, the Mystics team coming entirely from this is very fun to me, and definitely points that Mystics team might honestly be better than my X-Men team, at least for right now, until I hopefully pick up some of those more pieces that I've been begging for out of House of X. But yeah, like just the Mimic and Exodus build around that we've been going for with the Professor X swap out to be able to hot tech in counter options has been very, very helpful and very good in games, but it means that I'm looking for very specific pieces. And a lot of these pieces are not those specific pieces, unfortunately. We will also be showing off a short little video, hopefully, about our just commons and uncommons pile. I have all of mine on a giant-ass shelf, and it looks very cool.
I have mine in boxes.
Yeah, he has his in a pile. So yeah, that's just like the back end of our commons and uncommons and rares polls. But yeah, it's definitely cool to see the 7 weeks of progress all kind of splayed out like this. Almost certainly not worth the money investment that we put into this, but fun nonetheless.
Absolutely not.
But fun nonetheless.
Yes, I mean, it's some of these pieces I probably wouldn't have bought.
Yeah.
But like some of these are really cool. Like this Ghost Rider is fucking sick.
Yeah.
This sculpt of it, let alone, is
Yeah.
amazing. But like some of these we wouldn't even think about. Like
Yeah. You would never bought that.
this thing's amazing.
Yeah.
It looks great. I would never purchase this.
Yeah, I would have never bought this Colossus with one of the biggest sculpts. Like he's taller than Thor, right? Like I think maybe the lightning bolt barely edges him out, but like it's badass, right? Yeah, I mean, at the end of week 7, spending $60 a week on top of the initial like $150 brick, like we've spent close to $500 in the past like almost 2 months.
You got to put the math on there.
That just to make us feel bad. So this is definitely not a budget-minded series, but it's very fun, and we can afford it at least for now. But yeah, it was super cool just to see these pieces all laid out. I'm a little sad looking at how many Jordan has compared to mine, but you know, is 9
are all
chases.
good.
You're 9 chases to my 2. But yeah, this was still super fun.
And we're back from Isle of Games. Today was Pauper. I went 2-1.
I went 0-3.
I got second place.
I got last.
So I picked this Batgirl because I collect Batman. I don't know if it's Batgirl.
I got this Flash because I got second pick, and the guy who picked first picked 2 characters that I already had because I pulled them from War of the Realms or whatever pack they were in. So I got this Flash. I'm never gonna field him, but he's a Wonders of the World team like support thing.
My first game, I was very bad, and I forgot the super senses. Blade died kind of immediately, and
That's the only chance you have to kill him.
Game 2, we played a spy team with a bunch of scrolls, and that was fun. You just saw that video. And game 3, I played the celebrity theme team. That was the video you just saw from David, with the Tommy and the Wanda. Lived in my game way too long. Like they
bullshit is
kept.
bullshit.
Well, I have flurry on Daredevil and Blade, so I'm trying to take out the pieces, and I'm flurrying, which is 2 opportunities for shape change, and they just keep getting it. They keep healing. I managed to KO the entire team, but it was like 2 minutes left until the end of the round.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. I'd already won by that point, but I was just trying to go for points.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was sick. I did get to do the full range charge with Nova twice. It's really cool. I had against the scrolls, he positioned one of his pieces, and I was able to change how I was playing and TK Nova so that he could full length charge and then just one shot that thing, and it turned out it was a scroll spy. I love these things. The Wanda's a taxi works pretty well for deploying. It turned out that the scrolls, the spy team, which won map roll, had a lot of stealth, so he picked a map that also benefited me too, because full team stealth. But I enjoyed it. It was basically core of my team. How'd yours go?
So you saw the game with my Cyclops team. I think that was just a generally better team because I was at least kind of close to winning that game. His team kind of counterpicks me just because it was the shape change on the Halloween guys, which means that if they hit their shape change, I can only attack his other guys, which are the WWE guys, which I can't attack. So that was annoying.
True.
And this is like a ranged one-shot team, so when I can't shoot half your team, it's a pain in my ass. But this team sucked ass, so you know this team's probably better. I played 2 games with this team because they're a melee team. This is the melee team. The Sebastian Shaw is interesting, but also I fucked up my positioning, I think, every turn of every game with this team. This team is so much harder to position than this team, which reads like it's the hard team to position. You need everybody in position to be able to perplex anything. You need the shield team abilities next to Cyclops when you need them. You need the Empower next to Cyclops so he gets the full +3 attack and +3 damage. I missed that she had Empower and the shield team ability when I was doing the overview. So actually Cyclops can go to +3 damage to 6 damage and +3 range to 10 range with his sidestep, 2 targets, so he's gonna Juju. And you saw that in the celebrity game where I moved my Cyclops up, and then he put his Darcy 10 squares away,
and then I killed her without moving. So that was very funny, and I liked that a lot. And that's why you're seeing that game, even though I lost that game. It was very fun for me. I like having to kind of manage a bunch of bullshit. So like the teams that I like to play, these X-Men teams, tend to be a little more complicated than some of the teams that I could be running realistically, which is just put dude in front, have him go forward, roll dice, hit you. But I like this. I think it allows for more self-expression and more opportunities and options for me to try and outplay you if I'm playing well. Unfortunately, that requires me to play well, and I was not doing that with this team today. This team worked very well, though. I like this team, even though I lost the game. It was very, very fun. I'm excited to be able to play the X-Men team that I've been playing again, but next week is actually not the pre-release for X of Swords, because the shop that we play at will not be getting their stuff until the Wednesday that we play, and we play on Tuesday. So, it will not be X of Swords. It will be Keep It, Kill It. One of the guys in the shop will be bringing us a bunch of bags that have kind of pre-built booster style effects in them, and we will field everything in a battle royale. You just get to play your whole pool, and anybody that lives, you get to keep. Anybody you kill, you get to keep.
So we'll do our openings as normal next week with our $60 budget.
Yep.
We're either going to put the footage out from our Kill It Keep It's, depending on how angles work, or I think we should do a skirmish if we can't get the angles, and do just your team Prism.
That'll be super fun. We'll have our $60 budget for that week, and then the next week will be the pre-release for X of Swords, even though we will be playing it a day before the set actually releases. And $30 of our budget will be going to entering that pre-release. Yeah. So we will have $30 of packs and then $30 of X of Swords. All right, well, we will see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Peace.